In our last class, we had been discussing the poem The North Ship by Philip Larkin. Let us recapitulate what had been discussed in the previous class. The poet saw 3 ships sailing by. At first, the poet describes the first ship. In which direction did the first ship go? The first ship turned towards the west. And how was the sea in case of the first ship? In case of the first ship, the sea was running sea. That means it had a strong current. A strong wind was blowing, and that wind helped the first ship to reach a rich country. The second ship was not so lucky. In which direction did the second ship move? The second ship moved towards the east. And how was the sea in case of the second ship? In case of the second ship, the sea was quaking, the sea was trembling. And the wind, it was a furious wind, a strong wind. It hunted the second ship like a beast. Just as a hunter hunts a wild animal, the ship was hunted by a furious wind. That means the ship was terribly damaged by the wind. And it had to anchor in captivity. Captivity means imprisonment. Bondi dasha. The ship was imprisoned. The ship had to cast anchor. Take no more felte holo. That means the ship was stranded in the middle of the sea. সমুদ্রের মাঝখানে সে আটকে গেল. That means the second ship was not so lucky as the first ship. The second ship was stranded. It did not reach a rich country. It was stranded in the mid-sea. So far, this is the fate of the first and the second ship. There is a difference between the first ship and the second ship, but there is also a similarity. তাদের মধ্যে এমন মিল আছে, তেমনি পার্থক্য আছে. What is the difference? The difference is obvious. The first ship reached a rich country, but the second ship could not reach a rich country. The first ship reached its destination. প্রথম জাহাজ তার গন্তব্যে পৌঁছেছিল, but the second ship did not reach its destination. That is the difference. But what is the similarity? মিলটা কোথায়? Both the first ship and the second ship returned to the harbor. তারা দুজনেই কিন্তু ফিরে এসেছে. That is the similarity between the first and second ship. Now let us find out something about the third ship. Open your books at page 71. The third ship drove towards the north, over the sea, the darkening sea. The first ship went towards the west, the second ship went towards the east, but the third ship went towards the north. And how was the sea in case of the third ship? In case of the third ship, the sea was darkening. The sea had become dark. That means evening had set in, night had set in. সন্ধ্যের অন্ধকার নেমে এসেছে. That is why the sea is dark. But no breath of wind came forth. Another difference between the third ship and the first 2 ships. In case of the first 2 ships, there was wind. In case of the first ship, it was a favorable wind. প্রথম জাহাজের ক্ষেত্রে ছিল অনুকূল হাওয়া. It helped the ship to reach a rich country. In case of the second ship, the wind was not favorable. বাতাস অনুকূল ছিল না. It was an unfavorable wind. প্রতিকূল বাতাস. And it hunted the second ship like a beast. But in case of the third ship, there was no wind, favorable or unfavorable. অনুকূল বা প্রতিকূল কোনো রকম বাতাসই ছিল না. And the decks shone frostily. The deck of a ship, that means the upper surface of the ship. জাহাজের উপরিতল যেটা সেটাকে deck বলা হয়. It was shining frostily. Frost is the noun form. Frost means the frozen dewdrops. জমে যাওয়া শিশিরকে বলা হয় frost. That means it was cold. So the decks were shining frostily. The northern sky rose high and black, and the third ship went towards the north. How was the sky? The sky was black. That means the sky was overcast. Meghe dhaka akash. And it was very high also. Over the proud, unfruitful sea. The sea is described with the help of two adjectives, proud and unfruitful. Why is the sea called proud? সমুদ্রকে গর্বিত বলা হচ্ছে কেন? Because this sea was so powerful that it could not be controlled. তাকে নিয়ন্ত্রণ করা যায় না. So it is proud. It is called unfruitful. That means the sea did not help the ship in any way. জাহাজকে সাহায্য করেনি. That is why it is unfruitful sea. East and west the ships came back happily or unhappily. East and west the ships. Which ships are referred to here? The first ship went towards the east. The second ship went towards the west. Both the ships came back. The first ship came back happily. Why did the first ship come back happily? The first ship came back happily because it had reached a rich country. The second ship returned unhappily. Why did the second ship return unhappily? The second ship returned unhappily because it had not been able to reach a rich country. Rather, it had been hunted by a strong wind and was stranded in the sea. সমুদ্রে আটকে পড়েছিল. So it returned unhappily. But the difference with the third ship is that the third ship never returned. But the third went wide and far into an unforgiving sea. The third ship began to travel. It was an endless journey. It went into an unforgiving sea. To forgive means to pardon. ক্ষমা করা. One who forgives is called forgiving. যে ক্ষমা করে তাকে বলে forgiving. Someone who does not forgive is called unforgiving. The sea was unforgiving because it did not allow the third ship to come back. The third went wide and far into an unforgiving sea. Under a fire-spilling star. Here, the fire-spilling star refers to a comet. ধূমকেতুর কথা বলা হচ্ছে. A comet gives out fire. So a comet is a fire-spilling star. যেন অগ্নি উদ্গীরণকারী নক্ষত্র. So it is a comet. Under this comet, the third ship sailed on, and it was rigged for a long journey. Rigged means equipped. It was well equipped for a long journey. For the third ship, the journey was endless. So we understand the difference between the first, second, and the third ship. First of all, the first ship went towards the west, the second ship went towards the east, the third ship went towards the north. But that is not all. In case of the first ship, the sea was running. In case of the second ship, the sea was quaking or trembling. But in case of the third ship, it was darkening, proud and unfruitful. The first ship reached a rich country. The second ship was stranded in the mid-sea. But both the first and second ship returned. এরা দুজনেই ফিরে এসেছিল. But the third ship never returned. The third ship was poised for an endless journey. তার ভ্রমণ কোনোদিন শেষ হবে না. As I had spoken in the beginning, this poem is a metaphor. এটা একটা রূপকধর্মী কবিতা. It has an outer meaning, it has an inner meaning. We know the outer meaning, the description of three ships. But what is the inner meaning? The inner meaning is this: the third ship is a symbol. The third ship is a symbol of man's determination. মানুষের দৃঢ় প্রতিজ্ঞার প্রতীক হচ্ছে তৃতীয় জাহাজ. With the help of determination, we can overcome all odds, all obstacles. দৃঢ় প্রতিজ্ঞা দিয়ে আমরা সব বাধা অতিক্রম করতে পারি. The third ship faced many obstacles. The absence of wind, বাতাসের অভাব, the darkening and unfruitful sea, and it could never return. But the third ship went on, and it did not buckle under pressure. চাপের কাছে সে নতি স্বীকার করে. The third ship sailed on and on. The third ship embarked on an endless journey. একটা বিরতিহীন ভ্রমণের প্রতীক তৃতীয় জাহাজ. So here the third ship is a symbol of man's determination to tide over crisis. এটা হচ্ছে মানুষের দৃঢ় প্রতিজ্ঞার প্রতীক তৃতীয় জাহাজ, যে দৃঢ় প্রতিজ্ঞা সমস্ত বাধাকে অতিক্রম করতে পারে. It symbolizes man's aspiration that can overcome all obstacles, that can tide over any crisis. So this is a metaphorical poem, it's a Rupak Dalmi Kavita, and you have to understand the inner meaning also. The poem ends here. You have a homework, page 71, 72 and 73, exercise 1, exercise 2. This is your homework. Exercise 1, exercise 2. Solve them. I will send you the answers and follow this video. Thank you.